With the fact that we've got quite a few good episodes coming out tomorrow, I thought I'd do something nice and light and easy and enjoyable for not only you, but for myself, because I truly enjoy this game. However, before I get into that, let me get into the intro. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name of Chris Vick, and welcome back to The Game Lounge. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy Saturday to everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. I am off this weekend. Good to not have to go to work and, pick up a broom and a dustpan for once. I'm out of it, so I get a chance to relax in the house with the kids. For your viewing pleasure tonight, though, we have Blackjack World Tour. So you already know every time we start a new game, and we'll just start betting the cards. So I normally start with like 150 just to be light work. But let's get into the luck. I'm going to stand. Yes, sir. Off to a good start. So, like I said, guys, happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday. Not that people want to talk about it. I will talk about it because I like how now. Damn, I didn't mean to stand. Well, I was gonna beat that anyway. Good thing I did. Save myself the embarrassment. Anyway, I was gonna wind up talking about things that people realize when they become an adult from when they don't realize when they're in a kid age. So my first thing I would definitely say is I didn't realize how much I really enjoyed the weekends and how grateful I am for them until I started working on the weekends. And not to say that, the weekends are any more difficult than the weekday. You are. Well, for my professional field, I'm out of work, at least, damn it. I'm out of work at least 3 hours earlier on a weekend. However, I have probably close to double the work, except for the afternoon assignment, which would be taking care of stairs or mopping hallway floors. Regardless of the fact, I have become more understanding about, let's go. Not today, buddy. That money is mine. All right, so we're gonna start doing fives. Let's go to 5. Bet deal. Yeah, so as a kid, I didn't really take much into caution about how I really enjoy being able to wake up and see Saturday morning cartoons until I became older, and I was like, oh, I actually do miss doing this. No, there was a freedom about having to wake up on a Saturday. Now, you can't overdo a Friday night because you got to wake up a Saturday morning. And if you had one too many to drink, blackjack, game. Yeah, one too many to drink the night before, that plays an effect of how you will work the next day. So I've had super lit ass Friday nights and I went to work on a Saturday. And I've regretted it every single time. Which is why now I still, have my sips and everything. Of course, I still sip. However, if I do sip a night before I go to work, I do a lot less than what I would if I knew I could sleep in. Because then if you could sleep in, if you wake up the next day, it's cool. You could just continue to sleep that off. However, if you got to work the next day, it's a pain in the ass because now you have to not only work, but then deal with this elephant tranquilizer of a headache. Another thing that I do not take advantage for, or I do take advantage for the fact that I could do when I was younger that I can't do now. I can't sleep the wrong way ever. Talking about ever. I can't. Pardon me, I took a sip. So there's a certain way that I lay now, which is with my head elevated. I normally lay on my backside and stuff like that just because it's more comfortable. However, if I lay on any other direction aside from the normal way that I lay, I will be suffering in the morning. And it'll be either a lower back pain or a chest pain. And I don't know if it's because of the weight or I don't know if it's because I didn't sleep properly, but it's getting 30 is annoying. Anybody who's young listening to the channel now, I really mean, I'm not saying I don't take care of my body. I'm not too bad right now. I'm actually pretty good for 32. Not to say that's an old age, but you start to see physical progressional problems at a certain age. So 30 is you start to see other things. However, granted, with the fact that if you're younger on the channel and you listen to it now, and you listen to me now, I'm telling you, just make sure you stretch more and go about making sure you don't overextend the body. Alyssa said, hello, everybody. Either way, Alyssa, not now. Actually, I'm talking about how people can do things when they're older. It's when they can't because they're not younger anymore. So sleeping is definitely a big factor. I don't like to wake up with that crook in the neck, and then you got to wind up trying to find a way to do your job with your neck at a 45-degree angle, and everything just looks interesting. You got your head to the side, like, oh, that's nice. So it's annoying.
On the other side of the bed. One time when I was sleeping.
I was just telling a story about one time when she was sleeping in the morning.
I thought my legs actually the signal.
Right. No, Alyssa was, I don't know if you guys heard her. She was talking about a time where she was asleep and then she woke up. And then you guys know that numbing feeling in your leg when you wind up, Alyssa, stop. When you wind up doing, when you lay on a certain part of your body for way too long, so then it becomes numb off the strength that you were sitting like that for a while. So yeah, I know that feeling too. That's annoying. But Calissa sleeps like a mongoose. Yeah, monkey. You think sleep's crazy? Calissa can be in competition with that animal because she sleeps like a wombat. I don't even know how she does it.
I guess
like the right. So if anybody ever seen the fetal position where you like curl up into a ball, Calissa has done that on several occasions, and I don't know how she wakes up just fine. Like I'd have thought she had the world's greatest abs the next day, but she just wakes up and just like, hi dad. And I'm like, yo, you was Sonic the Hedgehog the whole night. How did you make that out? Yeah, okay, stand on that one, hit on this one. Yes. Okay. Well, at least we got to push with the other one, and we'll take that. Do all that stuff. Thank you.
How am I gonna sit with
You will not. Go sit. Tomorrow is Sunday Fun Day. You guys have your episode tomorrow, so beat it. Love the kids. Get annoyed by the kids, yet love the kids. All right, let's split this. All right, so either way, we can stand on that 18. We can hit on that 13. Give me a yellow card. 16 to reach stand. Either bust or be lower than 18. Got pushed for one, but I got lost the other one. It's all good. What else can you not do? You cannot eat certain food after a certain time of the day. It probably makes sense that, you know, the bowel movement happens at a certain time of the day, and you know, what you ate previously is what that would be during that process. However, I don't know if anybody else's body is like mine at 32. Anybody that is in their 30s, shout out to everybody in their 30s. The 90s business. So if your body is anything like mine, hopefully it's not. If you was to eat something like the night before, 9 times out of 10 in the morning, it's greeting you again. You're just like, oh, well, hello. I didn't know you'd be here this early. Because when you were younger, your body kind of just played the same. Like I said, this is my body I'm talking about. When I was younger, when I used to have my, you know, bowel movements and stuff like that, I would have it again the next night. So it would be weird to have to do that in the morning. And I was like, what? So I'd be so confused about it. Yet, if I had to go, I had to go. But when you get older, it's like, nah, it's over for that. You eat something at 10 o'clock at night, it's going to see you at 10 o'clock in the morning. You're knocking on your door like, yo. I've had that so many times at work, and I'm like, wait a minute. No. Now? No, you're not that old enough to do it. What else can you not do? You can't eat something that's way too sweet now. So, I forgot what I had the other day, but I believe Calissa has some candy. And, you know, Halloween just passed and stuff like that. So you still got those handfuls of buckets of pails of candy. So I had one of the warheads from it or something like that. Now, granted, warheads are sour, but they're not that sour. I think crybabies are a little bit more sour. However, the sweetness to it, just because of the fact that, damn, it's all good. The sweetness with the fact that, come on, can we get the other hand at least? 14. 21 on the nose. Your mother doesn't have a nose. smell me, but she don't. Regardless, you can't have something that's way too sweet at this point because for some reason, it's not like the taste buds have been heightened, but it feels like the sugar has been doubled. And diabetes is a bitch. I definitely agree with how you got to be cautious about what you put in your body. It's also if you're trying to eat better, like I've been trying to eat better. I've been eating a lot of different assortments of things, the smoothies and, toasted things and more fruits and stuff like that. So I've been trying to partake in the right things myself. When you've been such on a steady line of trying to make sure you try to stay away from those extra salty or sweet things, when you finally have it, you're like, damn, this is what the fuck I used to eat. Oh my God, face eating up itself because of how sour it is. Shit crazy. Definitely hits different. You can't hold a sneeze for shit. You cannot hold a sneeze for that. I feel like, I don't know if anybody else does it. When you're in a crowded area, you try to go about, I especially do this when I'm in a place where there's food at. So I just taught Calissa the other day to make sure that when she sneezes and stuff, especially if she's around food, you have to be extremely courteous because people have to eat this food. This is a public spot. More than one person's going to try and step over this tray. It's already enough that it's openly exposed. So to make things better, if you do have to sneeze, just turn your head away because, holding in a sneeze can rupture a blood vessel or something. But I swear when I was younger, I was able to hold in a sneeze a lot better. If I try to hold in a sneeze now, might shit myself. I tried to hold a sneeze one time and I felt like I pushed a pocket of air into my chest cavity. It was nerve-wracking. No, I'm sneezing next time. So I fairly sneeze now, of course, but when I was younger, I felt like I was able to kind of just, not stop the sneeze, but I kind of just subdued it a little bit because it would come back. Yeah. But it didn't feel as bad doing it then than it does now. Trying to hold a sneeze now is like trying to hold back an atomic explosion. Like, nah, I can't do that. That's pretty crazy. So
but I was like,
you gotta be careful.
I'm not letting my nose explode.
Calissa was like, I'm not letting my nose explode. I like my nose. It will stay there. Well, we lost both hands anyway. Why am I trying? So yeah, let's see. What else can you not do? I'm trying to think of what else you can't do. I don't know if it's me. I don't like standing up for very long. I can, but I just don't feel like it. The amount of wanting to sit down is a factor unless I'm in a really deep conversation. Like if I'm in a really deep conversation with somebody or I'm outside having a full talk and the conversation is really like engaging and it's like, all right, bet I feel like I can really go back and forth word for word for this, topic, then I'll be able to stand up. If the conversation is ass, by the 5th minute of me standing there, I'm probably going to start leaning against the gate. I'm going to start leaning against the gate. It's like, nah, whatever. 20, no split. Just stand. No! Circle button. I keep thinking this is the... I thought this was a switch. Anyway.
I literally just started sitting down to get tired of running.
Right, yeah, so... Well, running is a different story. However, I get that. Also that too, you can't run for very long, depending on what it is when you get older either. I'd say, come on now, what? Anyway, I'd say the fact that you get older when it comes to the stamina you have and everything, unless you've been consistently on top of it, just like anything else, it will slowly start to degrade, especially if you start to dabble in certain things or if you change up your hygiene lifestyle. If you stink, you can't run fast. I'm going to say healthy habits and stuff like that when it comes to you eating and what you consume. I meant to stand on that. Haha, doofus. Nobody knows I didn't press X. So I definitely feel like you be able to run. People more along the lines have the ability to keep up a stamina thing if they're able to have a reason for doing it, like maybe a marathon and a type of competitive type of moment. However, if you're being chased by Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger or one of those horrible, scary ass people, I'm pretty sure you will get the wind beneath your wings before you know it. Now I'm gonna do a few more hands and talk about one last thing. Last thing is, I don't know, it's probably just me. I tend to care less for the materialistic items. What? I don't know why I would say that, Calissa. Calissa's a bonehead. She thought I would say I would care less about her. I do all this for you. Fudge knuckle. Anyway, so, getting older and whatnot, I've realized that if I don't have something that is of a want and whatnot, or if I have it for long enough, it's not that I don't tend to care about it anymore. It's more of a sign of just how I feel like I prioritize myself towards something that's more important at the moment, because of the fact of how what I would like to do is available to me at any time. Like, I literally have the Switch with me everywhere. So, Calissa, what are you doing? Hey, stop it.
Come on.
You out here making random noises, merry-go-round. Anyway, so yeah, there's the sense of how it's not like I don't know that it'll still be there. I'm fully aware. Son of a bitch. It's not like I don't know it's going to be there. It's the fact that I'm fully aware that it's going to be there. Yet I'd rather do something else, and then I can still come back to this item. So I would use my Switch as an example. However, spending time with my daughter, that's a priceless moment. So I would never try to switch that up. So when it comes to the timing of what it is and what it needs to be, then that's definitely how it's played out. And that's a sign of maturing and getting older and stuff like that. So I definitely look forward to, just keeping that consistency up. Everybody has their moments where they kind of get deterred off and they lose track of, doing what they need to do. So it makes sense. However, if you find the time to go about doing it, get yourself back on track, I guarantee you, everything will be A-okay. However, that was a conversation that I had for tonight, guys. Tomorrow we have, if I'm not mistaken, another episode of Mortal Kombat 1 or Gears of War, but then it's also Sunday Fun Day. So please stay tuned in, and I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Game Lounge. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Any game ideas you might have, please send them to us. Oh, you're gonna try and make me stay. I gotta go. Good hell no. Any game ideas you might have, please send them to us. We'd definitely love to try them out. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Until next time, game until you sleep. Why not? Hold on. No. Why not? I'm pretty sure that's a 20, but at least it was a good try. And I call it. Have a good night, guys.